In this episode, I'm going to give you marketing ideas that will help you sell more cars. Stay tuned in this episode of Down Payment.
Welcome to Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Prepare to learn something new about the industry that keeps us moving.
Check out all our podcast content on our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. These are the marketing ideas that I had when we were still in the car business ourselves, and yet I never had the opportunity to put them into place. Now, marketing, the thing about marketing is we're in the automotive space, we're all kind of mimicking each other way too much. And we aren't designing marketing campaigns that make us stand out from our competition. And that is so important. It's important to think outside the box. It's important to bring in new ideas. So in this episode, I'm going to give you some big outside of the box ideas that are going to help you stand out from your competition and therefore sell more cars. My first one. I wish we positioned ourselves as the dog-friendly dealership. We're in a big dog culture. Now, I'm in Colorado where the dog culture is just over the top here. Everyone has dogs. Everyone wants to take their dogs everywhere they go. And yet I don't see dealers capitalize on this opportunity to position themselves as the dog-friendly dealership. We aren't restaurants. We don't have licenses that prohibit dogs from being inside. And yet, no dealers are taking advantage of this opportunity that I know of, at least in my market. Position yourself as the dog-friendly dealership. Market yourself as a place where people can bring their pet with them to shop for a car. There's a lot of benefits to be realized here. So the dog can provide emotional support, ease anxiety, make the sales process literally easier for you when your customer is able to bring their pet with them. And it doesn't take a lot to be able to accommodate this. Have some water bowls, have some child gates if you need to confine a dog to a sales office or something like that. Have something that you can put in the vehicle to cover seats so that the dog can go along for the test drive. Sure, it might be a little bit more cleaning for our lot techs, but I promise you, if you properly position yourself as the dog-friendly dealership, it's going to be worth it. My next idea. And this was the one I was closest to actually executing on, but we just never had the opportunity, the right time to do it. And I think it would be so valuable for a dealer. And that is to invite your customers back for focus groups. Literally offer them something small, offer dinner as part of it, lunch as part of it. But for your sold customers, invite them to come back for a focus group where you have the opportunity for your sales and marketing and BDC people to talk about what worked, what didn't work, what appeals to your sold customers about your brand, what they find attractive about other brands, how your customers understand the competitive marketplace in your city or town that you're serving. There are so many rich opportunities to glean information, and if you could bring customers in, offer them something nominal in value to come in and be part of a focus group panel, I think that would be really valuable on a lot of different levels. First, the marketing information and the ability to ask follow-up questions is so much more valuable than that customer exit survey that we all do at the time of sale. And then it also communicates to the customer on a very deep level that you care about their opinion. And I see this as a way to deepen the relationship with the customer. Of course, we're always looking for repeat customers and customer referrals. And if you can really communicate through the focus group that their opinion matters a lot to you, I think you're going to drive a ton of repeat and referral traffic just as a consequence of that effort by itself, not to mention all of the valuable marketing intelligence that you would gain as well. The next one. I really wish that we could have figured out how to use a shopping mall concept, some sort of satellite location, whether we had inventory present or not, At shopping malls, I've only seen new car dealers. I cannot think of a time in my life where I have seen any sort of mall concept executed by a used car dealer. And yet, that's where our customers are. In so many ways, the mall concept was appealing to me because I saw so many malls that met our customer demographics. Our customer target audience was there at the mall. We never found a good way to execute on a mall concept. We did do something pretty similar, however. In this area, we have a big flea market, and for a year or two, we did have a presence at the flea market where we would get an off-site permit, and we sold cars at the flea market, and that was extremely successful for us for a period of time. I wish we could have then branched into a mall concept. The next one. I really wish that we were better positioned to advertise on emerging streaming platforms. Particularly in mind, I had Hulu. Hulu was for a long period of time not accessible to independent dealers, but they remain appealing to me because I don't see other dealers taking advantage of them. There's an opportunity for the dealer that can figure that out to be the only one in their market advertising to their customers. Now, my final, and I think my most powerful idea here is a car buyer training academy. This is a concept where you literally bring customers in, not with the intent to specifically sell to them, but rather to give them a behind the scenes view of the car business. It's literally an opportunity for you to do public relations like a citizens academy for a police department. Give people an opportunity to learn the inside scoop of how your car dealership works, meet people at your dealership, and give them the insider knowledge of how to buy cars as a customer really well. This is value-based selling. And if you can build those relationships without the explicit goal of selling, you build this relationship that's going to sell a lot more cars in the long run. That Car Buyers Academy is a great opportunity for the dealer that wants to invest the time to bring customers in that might not know much about your brand, might not have a lot of affiliation with your brand. They have high anxiety about car purchases, however, and you give them this insider view of your business. And in doing so, you build trust, you give them knowledge, and they can use this at any store that they go to buy a car at, but most likely because of the relationship you built with them, they're going to look at your store first, and that's a great opportunity for you. Now, go sell some cars. It's been another episode of Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Check out our podcast on all our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X.
Thank you for listening. Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers, is a production of Meta Financial Services Incorporated.